Psalm 71, verse 9. Do not cast me away at the time of my old age. Do not abandon me when my strength fails. Psalm 71 is one of the most personal and heartfelt prayers in the book of Psalms. Although the author is not explicitly named, many believe it reflects the experiences of an older believer who has walked with God for many years. In verse 9, we hear the cry of someone facing one of humanity's deepest fears, becoming weak, forgotten, and alone. Do not cast me away at the time of my old age. The psalmist is not questioning God's faithfulness. He has already spent the earlier verses declaring that God has been his refuge since his youth. He knows who God is, yet in honesty, he brings his fears before the Lord. Old age often brings changes that are difficult to accept. Physical strength declines, health problems may increase, independence can diminish. Society frequently places a high value on youth, productivity, appearance, and achievement. Those who can no longer keep up may feel invisible or burdensome. The psalmist's prayer acknowledges this reality. He asks God, "Please don't cast me aside when I reach that stage of life." This request reveals something beautiful about biblical faith. Faith does not pretend fears do not exist. Faith brings those fears directly to God. Do not abandon me when my strength fails. The psalmist understands that human strength has limits. There comes a time when determination alone cannot solve every problem. The body weakens, energy fades, even mental sharpness can decline. The things that once came easily require effort. But notice what the psalmist does not say. He does not ask, "Lord, never let my strength fail." Instead, he asks, "When my strength fails, do not abandon me." The assumption is that weakness will come. The confidence is that God will remain. Throughout Scripture, God's character is consistently revealed as faithful to those who depend on him. When Moses was old, God remained with him. When Abraham and Sarah were beyond the age of having children, God fulfilled his promise. When Anna the prophetess served faithfully in advanced age, God allowed her to witness the coming of the Messiah. God's faithfulness is not limited by our season of life. What does this mean for us today? This verse speaks powerfully into modern culture. Many people fear aging. Advertisements promise eternal youth. Social media often celebrates beauty, success, and strength while quietly pushing older generations into the background. Psalm 71-9 reminds us that our value has never depended on our usefulness, appearance, or physical abilities. Our worth comes from belonging to God. For older believers, this verse offers comfort. You are not forgotten. The God who carried you through childhood, through adulthood, through victories and failures, will not suddenly stop caring for you when your hair turns gray. For younger people, this verse provides wisdom and perspective. Aging is not a problem to avoid thinking about. If the Lord grants long life, every young person hopes to become old someday. This psalm teaches us to build our confidence in God now, so that when our own strength fades, our faith has deep roots. It also challenges us as a society and as the church. How do we treat the elderly? Do we listen to their wisdom? Do we visit those who are lonely? Do we honor those who have faithfully served for decades? God's heart is not to discard people when they become weak. His people should reflect that same heart. The hope found in this prayer, Psalm 71, does not end in despair. The psalmist continues declaring God's praise and proclaiming his righteousness. Even in old age, he remains useful in God's kingdom. Later he says, "Even when I am old and gray, God, do not abandon me, until I declare your strength to this generation, your power to all who are to come." Psalm 71, verse 18. Age may change our abilities, but it does not cancel our purpose. The hand that once worked may now pray. The voice that once preached may now encourage. The body that once ran may now testify to God's faithfulness through endurance. A truth to carry with you today. If you are growing older and wondering whether anyone still sees you, Psalm 71, verse the 9th of December leras, that God does. If your strength is failing, his strength is not. If others overlook you, he does not abandon you. The God who has been faithful throughout every chapter of your life will remain faithful in the chapters still to come. You may change, your circumstances may change, your strength may change, but the Lord does not. And because he does not change, you never face the future alone.